We are in the final couple of percents. Level 100! We got it. Morning guys, Morn here. Earlier today I reached the first 100 in the current league by Stormbeard Druid. If you're watching this video, you've probably seen the build, like I've made a lot of content about it and you can find everything there is about the build on this channel. I'll probably put a couple of links in the description for everything you need. If you want to try it out, it's a very good build. But here I just want to talk about the journey to 100 and everything that came with it. First of all, I didn't really plan on grinding for 100 first. I just wanted to go kind of fast because we only have 1 week until PoE 2 launches and I want to try the new weapons. I want to try the new variation of the B build, and there's just a bit of stuff I want to do with very little time. So I decided, well, I won't start with an unoptimized and not theorized Beastmaster, which I thought I would, but I would go with my bread and butter build, the Stormbeard Druid. Because I just like the build, it's a lot of fun, and I just know what I'm doing. So I can go fast, can farm, and then can do the B build, which was my entire plan for this week. As every other druid, I started out struggling a lot. Because, well, I'm not exactly good at listening to my own advice or looking at my own, well, advice of how to level the character, so I just went with whatever I have. I don't know, I picked this skill and hit the enemy, and it didn't work great. Well, all druids know you're better off just not leveling with a druid, because druid isn't especially good until you have some stuff. But then we found our first actual weapon, the Polaris. Polaris is quite a decent one-handed sword, which just has pretty good stats, casts smite and everything, and well, carries you through the first couple of levels. Then the first really big hit got me. We've got a body armor that I would not drop until level 70, something like that. Like, I would wear this body for nearly the entire leveling experience until high monolith. With the +3 to Maelstrom and the additional damage we've got out of it, like, we had just a pretty solid body with 65 forging potential. So I could just keep on upgrading it all the time. Whenever I needed upgrades, just put the body in, put attunement on, put strength on, just get stronger. And then I felt like, okay, we might be ready to try out some monolith early on. Maybe we get a key for a skip or something. Yeah, we did not. I didn't even survive the first pack. So back to campaign. Upgraded a bit further, got to level 30. And then I decided, well, we've got level 30, we can try the monolith again. So the monolith had their tier increased from level 50, I do believe was the starting point earlier, to 62. And I think this is due to the additional act that got introduced, because you're getting a higher level from the campaign, so it does make sense to have a higher entry point for the monolith, which wasn't exactly great for me. But with the tornadoes we were able to get to level 35, where we would get our 4th specialization. After the 3rd specialization, which is what brings the build online, the 4th is quite a big power boost, because we can utilize Warcry to generate our Maelstroms, which, well, gives a lot of damage to the build. And from there the build really got online. At level 45 then I found the Villatrix Downfall with a very strong lightning damage mod. And from here on there was no stopping. The Titan Heart I couldn't even use because my body armor was just way too good. Then I powered through the normal monolith by newfound powers as if it was nothing. I just deleted everything. We went through, killed every boss first try, just went through, killed everything. We died here and there because I really did not go for any defense on this build, because all I wanted was to push through, and deaths really don't matter in softcore, which is kinda sad, but it's what it is. From then on we just went through. Through all this time I wasn't able to find a Sanctum key, which was very annoying because I wanted to go into the 3rd act to just do the story and everything, but when I was at level 57 I suddenly realized somewhere I got the key, but we are way too high level now. So I just went through the dungeons, got all my idle slots, and then went back into Monolith. I basically never finished the story. I didn't even see any aside from the first egg boss.
Wait, ich habe einen Temporal Sanctum Key. Wann habe ich den gedroppt? Wann? Habe ich nicht gesehen, dass der gedroppt ist.
Schließen ist hart.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey! Ich habe auch 3 Soulfire Besting Keys, okay?
At 5 hours 30 into the run, we unlocked Empowered Monolith. Here, my race slowed down a little. I did a lot of side gearing and was not in too much of a race. I was decently positioned on the ladder, and I knew I had the best leveling tech. Also, I aimed for first Druid only at that point, as Void Knight didn't seem really surpassable, as I thought it is just the objectively better class. However, I was a little lucky because the guy playing the Void Knight wasn't too much in a rush either. Though, at this point, the bug kicked in. For multiple hours straight, I've got kicked every 10 minutes for inactivity. While I did not directly lose a lot of stuff, it was extremely frustrating. Like, I was just getting kicked all the time.
Nein, ich werde gleich wieder gekickt. Was soll ich nur machen?
Nicht schummeln.
You've been kicked by inactivity. Weiß ich nicht, Digga. Weiß ich nicht. Weiß ich gar nicht. Fühle ich überhaupt nicht den Call. Das ist frech.
When I then showed my mechanical superiority to the Harbinger by Warcry tanking his skills, only to live through a near-death experience.
Okay. Warcry tankt. No! Oh, wie hab ich das überlebt?
Gewalkrat-tankt?
Hä?
Gewalkrat-tankt?
Ja. Also Warcry macht mich halt für eine Sekunde unverwundbar.
Lull.
Deswegen kann ich Warcry tanken.
Das ist Schummeln.
Nee, das ist mechanisch gut gespielt. Auch weil mein Warcry automatisch alle 2,5 Sekunden, 3 Sekunden aktiviert. Mechanisch gut
Schummeln.
gespielt.
We basically just went through Empowered Monolith, well, again, as if it was nothing. Like, I've got really strong gear at this point, and there basically was nothing that could stop me. At this point, I had enough damage to push to Corruption 500 probably, and could just go through everything I wanted. The bosses just fell, and I could push through the Monolith and just go for everything I needed. Also, I forgot that I wanted to get a friend through the Jura dungeon for about 5 runs and 15 levels. Well, not my proudest moment of memory loss, I guess.
Habe ich einen Ring
Hast
zum
du
Opfern? Oh, ja, habe ich.
Lukas?
Ey, du hast das doch jetzt schon gemacht, oder nicht?
Nein!
Achso, ich
bin
dachte.
gestorben!
Ah, stimmt, ich erinnere mich. Sorry. Hab ich nicht dran gedacht.
Lukas! Ja, ich sag bei Level 80 Bescheid. Oh, ups.
Ah, true, ich bin Level 88.
Hm.
Ich versuch's
Mann,
wirklich.
Nein! Bullshit!
Safe Call, doch.
Jura did get her revenge though, when in my mindlessly running through, slammed the wrong belt. And that was really frustrating because it was the only tier 7 belt I did have, and I really needed cooldown recovery. Because I need 2 pieces of tier 7 cooldown recovery for it to really feel good going into the arena grind. Also, at level 95 I still didn't have a single piece of gearing for physical resistance on me, and my 17% resistance from the Emperor of Corpses did not seem enough. Most of my deaths showed physical for some mysterious reason.
Oh, physical resistance. Replace.
So, when I then dropped a 2 LP later, finally I know it was time.
Ach lol, das
Oh,
ist
ich hab
mein
einen gedroppt mit 2 LP. Ja!
Averus was next, and the 100 push after.
Boah, ich hab schlecht getimed. Uiuiui, ich hab schlecht getimed. Oh, ich hab schlecht getimed. Das ist richtig terrible. Uiuiui.
At this point, I was 2 levels
Nice,
down to the first, who hit 97 quite a while ago, but I was sure I could beat him, and then I did. However, doing this arena tag is extremely mind-numbing. It's not comparable to other, like, boring grinds where you're just running like one area, go through, don't really do much, reset the area and do it again. Because for multiple hours straight, I was resetting this area every 10 to 20 seconds, and I had to be hyper focused all the time. The problem with this tech is that when you are clearing this fast, you are sometimes jumping from 7 to 9 to 11 waves instantly, and well, you have to be very, very aware of when to jump out of the arena, because setting up the arena is a lot of work. You need the arena with a mod that has no defense on it. Then you need 2 echoes that have a good experience multiplier without any defense mods on them. And then you need to run these 2 and then run the arena on repeat to keep the high experience modifier. I did this on Corruption 500 because I do believe it is by far the best corruption to do this on if you don't have unlimited gear. Like at the point where I was, my gear was enough to push 700 or even 800 corruption, but 500 it just feel faster enough to matter. Because the XP difference between 500 and 800 is not huge. There's a lot of diminishing returns, and you really just want to have enough to stay. And you really just want to have the perfect breakpoint between experience and clear speed. And exactly 500 basically is that, because the enemies scale further linearly, but the experience does not. It flattens out very drastically. So I kept at 500, kept my very high clear speed, and then I did just grind. And yeah, great results. If this was any interesting to you, if you liked the grind, if you hyped up, we had a really good time in the stream. I've honestly been blown away. I never had so many viewers, and I never had so much chat interaction, and it was like a really, really cool experience to push so hard. It was just something very different for me, because usually I don't push as much. I mean, I did push in the Gauntlet event, which was really cool as well. In PoE Hardcore, I got to 95, but that was very similar from the feeling, but this was just very condensed. It was a very long, very intense session, and it was very, very cool. So if you like what you're seeing, feel free to subscribe here, follow me on Twitch, and well, maybe we can do it again next cycle. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. First level 100! We got it.
Noise. Stand das mit dem Chat?
Oh, more with the many. Druid is the first to reach level 100. Oh! Ah! Oh, the relief. Okay, enough global chat for the league.